So we're at TransparencyCamp at TransparencyCamp.org, co-hosted by SunlightFoundation and iStrategy Labs. We convene this because we are trying to convene the community of transparency advocates, whether you're left-leaning, right-leaning, no political ideology at all, nonpartisan is fine, whether you're a techie and you want to go into hacking data, or you're someone who advocates for opening up data, or you're an investigative reporter and you want to teach people how to read that data, because what good is open data if you don't know how to comprehend it? So we're just gathering all these different people from within government, nonprofits, consultants, for-profits, just to come together and meet one another, build up the tribe. So the policy geeks know what kind of information is kind of either locked away or hard to get to, and they can work with the tech geeks who can say, all right, these are the mechanisms we can use to unleash that, but if we don't even know what exists, that's where they can really work together. For me, transparency in the internet age means putting information about government online in a way that's user-friendly and accessible. So we know what our government is up to, and ultimately that helps rebuild trust, which I think is just lacking in America right now between citizens and our elected officials. So that's our goal here, is to build trust and to improve democracy. No small task. It's an unconference, so it's decentralized, so I couldn't tell you for sure exactly what sessions are happening, but what we're going to see is people coming together, hopefully like meeting and be like, oh, we have to finish, collaborating after the event. We're going to see people giving talks and having roundtables and workshops to learn what information is there, what information needs to be there, how to make it accessible, how to build an app to make it user-friendly online. And so I think what we're going to see is just the beginning of what I hope will be more transparency camps that, hey, if someone wants to organize one in the West Coast or somewhere in the Midwest, we would love to have had something where everyone from the country could come together. So I think we're seeing the beginning of the real building of a movement. Well, we have a grid of the day's schedule, and each day we're putting up the grid, and people, since I said you organize yourselves at an unconference, they get an index card and they say, I want to give a talk about, FEC data, let's say, and they put their index card on the grid, and then we have a board bouncer, Clay Johnson, who's the director of Sunlight Labs, who's checking over to make sure there's nothing that's redundant, see where people might be able to collaborate and pair up. And so the schedule unfolds that way. People make the schedule, then we'll have 45-minute sessions, we'll have pizza lunch, we have a happy hour in the evening, and then we're going to come back tomorrow morning and do it all over again. I think what we're going to see is a combination of things. We're going to see like hackathons, so code geeks crunching away. We're going to see roundtable discussions of what are the obstacles to work to get the government to let go of the information in the right way, in user-friendly bulk data download ways. Some of the tips we heard in the intros this morning. So we're going to see a variety of things, and hopefully I think we're going to see a lot of future thinking of how to open up our government. Well, I think that we did an intro when we had people raise their hands to see if they'd been to a bar camp before, and nearly the whole room had. Of course, not everyone's from DC. This kind of bar camp is new, like in terms of really reaching out to government and bringing together people from all different sectors, all different interests, with the common goal of creating transparency of government. But I think there's a new trend. Later on, I think about a month from now, there's a Government 2.0 bar camp. There's an e-democracy bar camp in April. I think it might even be here. There was one last year as well. So, I think people are really into coming in for something that they don't know the day before what really to expect, and just to come and meet new people and share ideas and build community. I think there's a real desire for people to come together and help change our government. So yeah, it's going to be great.